The Eye in the Sky. I stood soaking wet in the water up to my knees, as if paralyzed. I watched the starry sky as if expecting something to fall from above, an answer to a question that was eating me from the inside like a hungry piranha. What am I doing here on an unknown beach, an unknown sea, on an unknown world? You're at home. I was interrupted in my thinking by a very familiar voice. I don't know this place. I continued the conversation with that familiar voice in my head. You wanted us to bring you back home, back to your planet. So we did. Now be very careful and try to avoid any contact with dangerous persons. We'll be here for some time watching over you, just to make sure that you are okay, and that your idea of going home doesn't turn into a tragic one. I was pretty sure that this was just a dream, and that I must wake up soon from that nightmare. I slowly looked around, hoping that I might recognize this place. All this, the sea, the beach, the lights in the distance, all this is slowly becoming very familiar to me. I had a very strong feeling as if I had stood in this same place many years ago. Smells and sounds slowly recall old memories, and a very strong fear suddenly overwhelmed me. The fear that I had not been here for a very, very long time. Dozens of people surrounded me, as if they come out of nowhere. They looked in the sky, as if they had seen a ghost, or something even stranger. They were pointing at the sky, shouting excitedly, and their behavior made me turn my gaze to the sky in the direction which they were also looking in amazement. Boom! Just as if someone had hit me on the head with a hammer, I noticed a huge silver disc hovering silently about 50 yards over the surface of the sea, slowly moving away and silently disappearing in the white clouds. Wow! Have you seen this? Someone just shouted. Confused and frightened witnesses stood as ice sculptures looking at the point of disappearance of that disc-shaped object. I watched that strange show, trying to understand how the hell did I got myself into this. Fear that all of this has something to do with me was getting so strong that I couldn't push it away. I was sure that the answers to my questions would follow soon, and so I had to sit down, take a deep breath, and think it over. The crowd slowly dispersed, and after a while I was alone on the beach again. I could not shake the feeling that the stars are looking at me. Suddenly, azure crystal stone just shone very next to my feet. The more I looked at it, the brighter it got. So I reached for it and took it closer to my eyes to look that strange bluish crystal. The longer I held it in my hand, the stronger the vibrations I felt. Strange feeling that some energy was being exchanged between me and that stone just overwhelmed me. Within a few moments I was completely trapped in some energy field, and finally I lost consciousness. I think I fainted. I woke up in an emergency room, handcuffed to a bed. Through the frosty glass on the door, I noticed some uniforms, police officers or military officers perhaps. They seemed to be very nervous about something. Maybe all this is because of me, I wasn't sure, but it just looked like it. The door slowly opened and the nurse entered the room. As she noticed that I was awake, she at once ran out, and big faces in uniform with their guns rushed inside, and honestly, I wasn't sure who was more scared, me or them. The bravest among them, the one with the highest rank, I guess. He approached me very carefully and he got all the way into my face. He was so close that I could smell what he had for breakfast. He made a short, theatrical break, and finally he spoke. There are 3 things I want to hear from you. Who are you? What are you? And where are you from? He said it in a low voice, looking me in the eye, tried to scare me. Good. At least you're not a mute. I tried to be funny and to relax the tension in the air a bit. Well, there are 3 things I'd like to know too. First, who the fuck are you? What the fuck is wrong with all of you people? And finally, why don't you visit the dentist from time to time? I could tell by his mad look that he would like to shoot me at this moment. Well, as it seemed, it was the end of a very short but exciting friendship. Suddenly, he grabbed my neck with both hands, just like he was going to kill me, and while he was trying to suffocate me, he yelled at me again, "Oh, you damn freak, speak up or die. I'm warning you, open your mouth and start talking or else... I swear to you that my face is going to be the last one you will ever see. Please calm down and stop choking me. I will tell you everything you want to hear. I'll tell you everything. Just let me pull myself together. I need some time to come to my senses from all this shit. Am I asking too bloody much? Please, give me some time to compose myself. You have until tomorrow to think about everything and to pull your shit together." Did I make myself clear? Yes, absolutely, thank you very much. I looked at him as if I were looking at the devil himself. I knew that after all this, I should have been scared. I knew that I would have to give this bastard some answers tomorrow, but I also knew that I had nothing to fear. From all that I could see and feel, it seemed as if they were in greater fear than I was. A few minutes after everyone left the room, that same nurse came back to me with a glass of water in her hand. And as I raised my head to drink some water, she gently took my hand and dropped my magical crystal, my precious bluestone, into my palm. She looked at me gently and smiled at me. She bent down and whispered softly in my ear, "Don't worry. You'll be fine. Your people are already here. Believe me, I don't understand anything. Where am I? What the hell is going on with me? Which people are you talking about? I know. I can see that you're distressed. Just try to calm down. You'll be okay. And thank you for the compliment. I think you have beautiful eyes, too." She looked at me with teary eyes and smiled at me before leaving. Well, I didn't know who I at the time am, but I'd say that she's also one of us. I felt as if she just read my mind. Just as I thought she had beautiful eyes, she thanked me for the compliment. Well, that was one small miracle, and somehow I was pretty sure that there will be more. Many more. My bluestone continued to fill me with some positive energy, and I felt I was going to fall asleep. At least the fear is gone. Tomorrow, when I'll be more rested, tomorrow I'll look for answers to all my questions. As I fell deeper and deeper into sleep, I had a strange feeling, as if I was waking up in another world, on another planet. And it looks as I was right. Through the bluish fog, some faces of dear people slowly appeared. I was no longer sure if this was all a dream or real, but I felt as if the answers to all my questions were hidden here. I felt deep in my soul that this was the place where I was welcome, and that this was the only place I wanted to be. And then a gentle female voice echoed in my head, like good old memories. "You asked us to bring you back to Earth, even though we told you that it was not a good idea at all." A tall, slender woman with long blonde hair stood out from the group and came quite close to me. "It seems that I don't fit in any world anymore," I replied in a sad voice. "You will have to decide for yourself what you want. You've done a pretty good job here, which no one has asked of you. You are not alone, and we have not abandoned you. But now you just have to see for yourself. When you are completely ready and sure that you have made the right decision, Only then can you come with us." She put her palm on my forehead, and the flash of the past overshadowed my mind for a moment. In the morning, I was aware of everything. Sadness, joy, fear, and serenity. These were the feelings that overwhelmed me at that moment. I was aware that people would never leave me alone. Unfortunately, scary little human race that I belong to has no mercy for anyone. Everything must be bought with money here. There is no other way. Still, I was sure of one thing. When the Colonel enters this room again in a few hours, I can only free myself by lies. They did not want to hear the truth. They are worried about money, the salary they work for, the salary for which they sold their souls to the devil. Here on earth, everybody wants to get rich, so all I need is to turn their weakness into my advantage, to trade their greed for my freedom. They would never be able to digest the real truth anyway.